The Charles P. And ladies and gentlemen, we're almost done. And now when I say done, I mean I got all the photo etch on, got all the rigging on, and we are about ready for paint. And last I left off just adding a little bit of rigging on the mast here, added some more braces. I don't know if you can actually see it, but there's a little rigging on the little turret pull there. There's rigging that goes on the sides on each one. I don't know if you can actually see it. I just got to go back in and just clip off a few little ends. And then we will be ready for some paint. I got to put it in primer first. I got it all cleaned when I first started it. I wiped it all down with soap and water. But it needs a primer because it just needs paint just needs to bite onto it. And I usually use spray primer, for example. But here lately, putting a spray primer, and this ship's going to be painted haze gray, and Tamaya makes the best haze gray, and it's just easier to do it with the rattle can and spray it. But if I use a rattle can primer, I don't want it to eat it up because I've been having problems for some reason. It's been doing it. It'll screw up the paint. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go with Vallejo's polyurethane primer with the airbrush. So that's my next step, at which I'm gonna shoot the whole thing either in a dark gray primer or a black primer. I haven't, see which one I want to do next. But anyway, I want to shoot that, and then I'm probably going to end up painting the whole thing with haze gray, and then let it sit, and then I'm going to go in and mask, and then I'll paint the whole red on the bottom. So what I'm planning on doing. But anyway, other than that, I think we are good to go on the Charles P. So probably the last time you'll see it in all its resin form and photo etch is we're going to shoot it with primer and begin the painting process. So that's where I am on the Charles P. But you may see it one more time like this because I got to clean off the workbench because I got super glue and photo etch and everything's just scattered, and I need a little more cleanup space when I start painting because it's just the way I operate. The Leopard 2. I'm at the. I got the hull put together. I'm at the point now where I'm just adding a little bit of details like the like spare track, and I'm going to call it reactive armor. I really don't know what it's called on the front, little hex pieces here. It gets like mirrors, which they're supposed to. The kit has them standing straight up, which actually when they're moving they're laying down, so I gotta make them lay down, and a few little things. There's a couple parts I'm going to omit, and that's basically a couple tools. I think they're out of place or they look cheap to me, and it won't affect the overall of the coolness of the kit once I get done with it. It does get tow cables. I gotta figure out. I really don't like the tow cables that come with the kit. They're where is it? Where is it? I'll just show you. I like to show my work. It's actually two-part tow cable, which you really need a make your own. Cut the ends off and get it believable. These you half-ass glue them on. Pardon my language there. And it's got to fit on somewhere like so. It's just I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. But anyway, I'm just putting on the little small parts. I did get the turret built. I gotta add the hatches and a few other little things and smoke charges, the bustle rack. But I did get the barrel almost sanded. I got just a little bit more there. I just ran out of time. But anyway, that's where I am on the Leopard. The big Gundam. Where is it? I got the basically main body put together. I don't know if you can see him, but there's the pilot on the inside. See how dark he is? You just gotta just put a wash or two on him. I mean, you can't really be seen unless you got like a flashlight shoved in there. Anyway, washes do good. I repainted the colors here that were I painted before on the tree. Had them repainted, so I got them on. Working on the back here. He has a little, I'm going to say a pointy thing that sticks out, a little I didn't like it, and I wanted a base to start with. So I whacked it off. I put a piece of styrene. I'm going to add a little bit more here. But he needs a, if you can see him, you know, some Gundams have like thruster packs with wings and everything. Well, I wanted mine to have one too. So I took the liberty of kit bashing and scratch building one. Just styrene wings. This is actually a Lindbergh German vehicle that I cut down for another project, and I had it laying around. I thought, we'll do that. I added some, my personal favorite one, they always call them, you can see it. Everyone calls them dumb bombs, which I like detail anyway. I got the thrusters on. I added some tank kits in there, or tank wheels I had extra. I'm actually going to go get some bigger thruster nozzles and stick in here. I just needed something to hide the, put a little detail on the very, very inside and all that. But once I get Mr. Gundam here, it'd be something like that. So he'll look pretty darn slick with his thruster pack. But anyway, that's what I've been doing last couple of days. Just having fun putting the Gundam together. And it's going to be a twofer, which is hanging from the ceiling display, and I've never built one. So anyway, that's where I am on Mr. Gundam. Anyway, that's what I got going on today. We're doing the Gundam. Leopard 2A6, which I'm just down to the little tiny little things, adding you know, tank accessories, and the Charles P. We're going to get this in primer, and we're going to start painting. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.